reason I actually got into natural medicine was because of meditation. I suffered from panic attacks for years before I decided to get help. I had anxiety. I went to a therapist. I went to my doctor. They didn't really have a very good answer other than medication. So I decided to seek out natural remedies. I ended up getting referred to a counselor who specialized in panic attacks, and she recommended that I join this women's meditation group on the weekends, which I did, and I fell in love with it. And I ended up really getting a handle on the majority of the anxiety and panic attacks through learning breath work and technique. And I started to realize how important the breath was in the body. And, with most of my patients, I'll say, okay, just focus on doing 100 deep breaths a day and just take the time to, close your eyes or journal or do something. And the truth is, we can always make excuses for it. And the best way for me to be accountable for it was I ended up getting a guided meditation CD. And then, like I said, I was part of this women's meditation group that met once a week. But the way that I got very consistent with it in my own life was to actually do a guided meditation that I would just put the CD on and, put a timer on, and then I just follow the guide for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long I was going to do it. And that was extremely helpful. So what I'm suggesting today is I'd love to lead you all in a focused meditation. So it's a 5-minute meditation, and you can just sit on the floor, you can lay down in your bed. I tend to try to sit upright in a chair or on a pad, but I have to admit I'm super inflexible, and it's painful to sit in a cross-legged position for very long, especially because I just had a baby 8 weeks ago. So I'm just going to sit upright in a chair here at my office, and we're just going to take about 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to lead you through some breath work. So if you've never done it before, it's pretty easy. You just have to sit and breathe, but it's a little bit opposite of the way that you may have learned how to breathe in the past, okay? So when we take our in-breath, what we're going to want to do is we're going to actually want to have our bellies go outward. So I always call this Santa Claus belly, like the one that you're trying to suck in all the time and hide from people all the time. I'm suggesting right now you let it hang out. Maybe you're in a space where nobody's watching you, so it doesn't really matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath in, and that belly is going to be nice and big, and then you're going to take an out breath and press it in. Okay, so that's how we are going to actually do our belly breathing. Now, most people are not actually belly breathing, they're chest breathing. And why is that a problem? Because we're not actually oxygenating our blood the way that we want to help the nervous system relax, to go into a parasympathetic state. So I'm going to suggest that you put your hands either over your belly or over your heart. Those are the two places that I think are really helpful when you're starting, so that you can actually give your body a neurological feedback that the breath is happening. So let's start. So I'm going to just lead you through an exercise. It's a healing exercise. So we're going to have you focus on, different colors, just following my words. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And then just hold that breath for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then slowly breathe out for 3 full seconds. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go in with the breath. 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3. And outward. 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll just continue with that pattern, but I'm not going to necessarily count with you anymore. I'm going to start giving some visualization. So let's start by just imagining that there's a cord actually coming down, almost like a plug, like a lamp, that's going to plug into something. And the top of the cord is coming up through the top of your head. And just keep your eyes closed. And imagine that that cord is coming down your back, all the way down your spine, and out through the bottom of your body. So the top of your head, kind of right in the center of your head, and then the cord runs all the way down through your back and into the lower part of your body. And then we'll just breathe in. We'll just let that cord unravel as we imagine our body, that cord coming up and down through the bottom of our body. So let's breathe in. And hold and breathe out. And with every breath in, imagine that that cord is growing longer and longer and longer. And with every breath out, imagine that it's going deeper and deeper and deeper. And the first spot I'd like you to plug that cord into is actually the surface that you're sitting on right now. So if that's the chair, then you'll plug it into the chair. If it's the ground, you'll plug it into the ground. And just take a deep breath in. And go ahead and plug that in. Now, as you breathe in and out, I want you to imagine that that cord is growing even longer. And it's going actually down through the ground, about 10 feet under the ground. So let's breathe in. And with the out breath, breathe out and shoot it 10 feet under the ground. And now, with a deep breath in and a deep breath out, we're going to grow our cord. And we're going to grow it so that it can go down 100 feet into the ground. Let's do that right now. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. That's perfect. You're doing great. Now, with the next breath in, take a deep breath in from your belly, and we're going to grow it 500 feet down into the ground. Get our plug really long, and let's get it 500 feet into the ground. Breathe in and out. And each time, you can feel your chest rise and fall. Breathe in and out. And with each breath in, you feel your belly rise and fall. Breathe in and out. Now at this point, your cord is about 500 feet connected into the ground, pulling you upright. Let it just kind of pull your head back slightly. Let your chin lift. Let your shoulders come down. Let your jaw relax. Breathe in and out. And with this next breath in, we're going to have it go 5,000 feet under the ground. Take a deep breath in and out. It's going to take a little bit more energy, so let's take a really good deep breath in. Hold it and deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. And imagine now that that cord is 5,000 feet under the ground. And as it starts to go into the ground, it pulls your chin up just a tiny bit more, pulls your head back just a little bit more, pulls your shoulders down just a little bit more. can feel it in your back. You can feel it in your muscles start to melt away. Breathe in. Breathe out. And at this point, let it go thousands and thousands of feet until it reaches the warm core of the earth. So just imagine, I'm going to give you some breaths to do this, that cord is so long, coming from the top of your head and down through your spine and through the bottom of your body, and it's plugging into the center and the core of the earth. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And at this point, you should feel some tingling in your body, a little bit of lightness, some openness in your chest. And the cord is attached to the center of the earth. And your body is heavy, heavy like stones are holding it to the ground. And the light, allow it to come in through the top of the body. And the color yellow, which is the color of healing, allow that to come through your body and heal every cell with every breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're just going to take just a few more breaths. Just 3 more breaths. And after the 3rd breath, we're going to open our eyes and come back. But let's take those 3 breaths first. Breathe in and hold and out. And breathe in and hold and out. And on this last one, we're going to take a big sigh on our breath out. Breathe in, hold, and out. And go ahead and open your eyes. And look around. And take in the world. Thank you for joining me.